Welcome back, coin lovers and treasure hunters. Today, we're diving deep into one of the most shocking secrets in coin collecting history, the ultra-rare top 5 most valuable and most expensive Australian 50-cent coin that could be hiding in your pocket. From royal portraits to minting mysteries, this isn't just a coin. It could be your golden ticket to fortune. If you think old change is worthless, think again. Some of these coins are worth thousands, even millions. Stick around as we uncover how this seemingly ordinary coin could make you rich overnight. Let's get started. First up, into the 1971 Queen Elizabeth II 50-cent piece stands tall as a sleeper treasure. While millions may think it's just another common coin, collectors and seasoned dealers know the truth. Certain versions of this coin can fetch an unbelievable price in today's wild coin market. This coin features the second official portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, a refined masterpiece by Arnold Machin. Her Majesty is facing right, wearing the famed Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara, which alone is an iconic symbol of British royal elegance. The inscription, Elizabeth II Australia 1971, curves gracefully around the edge, giving the coin a regal and formal presentation. This portrait was used between 1966 and 1984, but it is the striking sharpness, luster, and variation on some 1971 specimens that make them stand apart from the rest. But here's where it gets even more jaw-dropping. The reverse of the coin proudly displays Australia's coat of arms, complete with a boldly rendered red kangaroo and emu supporting a detailed shield. Within the shield lie symbols representing the Australian states, a true emblem of national identity. Below this noble design sits the number 50, marking its denomination and style. However, some rarer errors or die varieties have appeared, with anomalies like misstruck numerals, off-metal compositions, or highly lustrous, proof-like surfaces, details that drive coin hunters absolutely wild. Collectors are constantly on the lookout for these ultra-rare versions of the 1971 coin. While standard circulation pieces might fetch modest sums, the rare error coins, off-strike examples, and unusually pristine specimens have been rumored to change hands for thousands, and in some reports, even hundreds of thousands of dollars in high-stakes private auctions. Some coin dealers even speculate that a perfect, untouched, near-flawless coin could break the million-dollar mark if presented at the right auction under the right spotlight. What makes this coin even more fascinating is its connection to a misunderstood idea, the so-called bicentennial link. While Australia's bicentennial was officially marked in 1988, the 1971 coin often gets wrongly labeled as bicentennial by collectors due to the symbolic strength and early cultural celebration embedded in its imagery. The symbolism of the lyrebird, kangaroo, and emu, combined with the regal representation of the queen, paints a portrait of a proud and evolving nation, and that deep meaning adds even more to its perceived and emotional value. Some of the most prized versions of this coin are believed to be mint errors, which may include double strikes, planchet flaws, or incorrect compositions that occurred during the minting process. These flaws are incredibly rare, and when authenticated, they make the coins vastly more valuable than their face value. Such coins have become the obsession of high-end collectors, especially in extra-fine, XF, or uncirculated UNC condition, where their surfaces gleam under light like mirrors of history. There's even more to this coin's appeal. It bridges the gap between royal legacy and Australian national identity. During the early 70s, Australia was undergoing social and political evolution, and the coins minted during this era serve as cultural anchors. Holding a 1971 50-cent piece is like holding a moment in time when tradition met transformation. And for passionate collectors, that historical resonance is often just as valuable as gold. But here's the real shocker. Some versions of this coin may have been accidentally struck in copper or other experimental alloys, intended for testing or for use in foreign exchanges, then accidentally released into circulation. These accidental survivors are so rare that their value climbs into the tens of thousands, possibly millions, depending on the condition, provenance, and demand. It's not just about rarity. It's about mystique, intrigue, and the thrill of the unknown. So if you're lucky enough to find one of these coins in the end, The 1971 Australian 50-cent coin isn't just currency. It's a legend, a treasure, and a symbol of potential riches that could be hiding in plain sight. Whether you're a dedicated coin collector, a history enthusiast, or someone who just stumbled upon an old coin, remember this: not all treasure is buried. Some of it jingles quietly in your pocket, waiting to be discovered. Next up in the 1972 Australian 50-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II is one such treasure. With its captivating design, historical relevance, and mysterious scarcity, this coin has become one of the most talked about and sought-after pieces among collectors. For those lucky enough to find one, its value can be staggering. Some even claim it could be worth millions in today's hot collector's market. What makes the 1972 50-cent coin so incredibly valuable? It's not just the year or the metal content. It's the unique combination of a relatively low mintage, historical significance, and rich, intricate design. On the obverse, the coin proudly displays the second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, created by Arnold Machin, showing Her Majesty facing right, wearing the iconic Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. This regal image became a timeless symbol of Australia's connection to the monarchy and the legacy of its coinage. The reverse side is just as enchanting and powerful. It features Australia's coat of arms, a bold emblem held aloft by two of the nation's most iconic creatures, the red kangaroo, Macropus rufus, and the emu, Dromaeus novahollandii. This imagery, paired with the large numeral 50 beneath, represents strength, unity, and identity. When this design was introduced, it was more than just a visual piece. It was a national statement on a circulating coin. Many coin enthusiasts and even casual collectors are unaware that the 1972 version of the Australian 50-cent coin carries an aura of mystery. While it wasn't officially released as a bicentennial coin in 1972, it has been confused with rare commemoratives because of its uncommon details and exceptional condition in specific mint runs. That mystery fuels speculation, adding to its legendary status and skyrocketing its market value among elite collectors. What's even more fascinating is the speculation surrounding a rumored variant of the 1972 coin, said to feature a rare depiction of the male superb lyrebird, Menura novahollandii, with its feathers spread in a dazzling display. Though this version is largely unconfirmed and controversial, the mere idea of its existence has stirred up the numismatic community and injected an electrifying thrill into the search for these rare coins. Whether myth or reality, it only adds fuel to the coin's already blazing hot reputation. Collectors prize this coin not just for its face value or metal content, but for its story. It embodies a specific moment in Australian history, post-decimalization, but still deeply rooted in traditional design and national pride. As such, it is more than just a coin. It's a conversation piece, a legacy, and a potentially life-changing asset. Coins in extra fine or uncirculated condition are especially desirable and fetch incredibly high prices at auctions and private sales. Despite being a standard circulation issue, the 1972 50-cent coin has taken on the aura of a rarity. That's because examples in top condition are extremely hard to find. Many were heavily used or melted down, and finding one with sharp details, clean surfaces, and minimal wear is like finding a needle in a haystack. The few that have survived in pristine or near-pristine condition are often locked away in private collections, rarely seen by the public. In today's red-hot coin market, demand for rare Australian coins is reaching fever pitch. With the rise of online marketplaces and global coin expos, more people than ever are diving into the hobby, hoping to uncover hidden gems like the 1972 50-cent piece. Collectors from the US, UK, Europe, and across Asia are driving prices higher, especially for coins connected to Queen Elizabeth II, whose legacy continues to shape modern royal collectibles. If you have an old collection sitting in a drawer, now's the time to check it. That dusty 50-cent coin from 1972 could be worth thousands, or even more. If it features any unique minting errors, exceptional luster, or rumored design variations, the price can skyrocket. Coins with full rims, strong strikes, and original shine can turn into once-in-a-lifetime paydays. Some have sold for eye-watering sums, shocking even seasoned collectors. Adding to the allure, whispers in the numismatic world suggest that select 1972 50-cent coins may have been part of experimental strikes or limited collector sets, making them even rarer than official mint records indicate. These coins, if authenticated, could command ein conclusion. The 1972 Australian 50-cent coin is more than just pocket change. It's a potential treasure trove hiding in plain sight. Whether it's the mysterious lyrebird connection, the brilliant craftsmanship, or the allure of Queen Elizabeth's iconic portrait, this coin has all the ingredients of a collectible that could change your life. Don't overlook what could. Be a millionaire maker in your coin jar. Always inspect, research, and preserve what you find, because one rare coin could make you rich overnight. Next up in the 1973 Australian 50-cent piece. This coin, often mistaken as just another piece of pocket change, holds secrets of incredible worth and historic grandeur. Among collectors, it's whispered about with awe, as its value has skyrocketed beyond ordinary imagination. What makes it truly legendary isn't just its scarcity, but its timeless beauty, deep historical connections, and the unexpected fortune it could bring to its lucky owners at first glance. This 50-cent coin may look familiar, but under closer inspection, you'll realize you're staring at a masterpiece of design and symbolism. Featuring the elegant and commanding second portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, this coin captures Her Majesty facing right, donning the regal girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. Her refined image is not only a tribute to royal heritage, but also a window into the era's craftsmanship. The year 1973, a crucial moment in Australia's post-decimal history, is etched just below the Queen's image, cementing its place in both numismatic lore and national pride. Flip the coin and you'll witness a powerful symbol of Australian identity, the national coat of arms. A bold escutcheon is flanked by two native giants, the red kangaroo and the towering emu. These creatures don't merely represent Australian wildlife. They symbolize the unstoppable forward momentum of a nation. And right below this proud national imagery sits the figure 50, signifying its denomination. However, make no mistake, this is not just a 50-cent coin. In pristine, rare condition, this piece could be worth thousands, even millions in private auctions and collector circles. Why is this 1973 50-cent coin so unbelievably valuable? The answer lies in its mintage and survival. Although it was a regular circulation coin, the 1973 issue saw a relatively low production run compared to earlier and later years. Many of these coins were heavily circulated, damaged, or lost over time, which makes finding a specimen in extra fine or uncirculated condition an exceptionally rare treasure. And when rarity meets condition, value explodes. In today's market, some of these coins in top condition have sold for staggering figures, making headlines and changing lives overnight. But the true magic of this coin lies beyond its physical form. It tells a story of Australia's growth, independence, and royal connection. As part of the post-decimal currency reform initiated in 1966, the 1973 issue continued the country's journey away from the British pound system. Yet it proudly retained the British monarch's effigy, reminding the world of the Commonwealth bond. This bicentennial-era coin is more than metal. It's history you can hold. Each one is a silent witness to a pivotal era in Australia's transformation. Now imagine stumbling upon one of these coins tucked away in a drawer, buried under decades of dust, unknowingly holding onto a fortune. That's the kind of fairy tale this coin makes possible. Many Australians, and even international collectors, have unknowingly possessed one without realizing its incredible worth. With auction values soaring and global demand intensifying, now more than ever, people are digging through their coin jars in hopes of striking gold with this extraordinary find. It's not just collectors and historians who are captivated. Investors too are starting to see rare Australian coins like the 1973 50-cent piece as hidden gems in the world of tangible assets. As inflation eats away at paper currency value, coins like this, especially in mint or near-mint state, are becoming portable pieces of wealth. Their value doesn't just hold, it grows. It's no surprise that this coin is now considered a secret investment weapon by those in the know. But beware, reproductions and worn-out specimens won't fetch the same fortunes. Condition is everything. Sharp details, clean fields, minimal wear, and full luster are what transform a modest coin into a millionaire's trophy. Collectors prize those with deep strikes and intact design elements, especially the fine feathers of the lyrebird and the delicate textures in the queen's tiara. If you're lucky enough to own such a piece, consider having it professionally graded. It could turn your modest find into a fortune. There's also something poetic about the fact that a standard circulation coin, something that once bought a loaf of bread, can now buy an entire estate. It speaks to the unpredictable beauty of history and time. Coins, like people, have their stories. And the 1973 Australian 50-cent coin, with its royal portrait, proud national so, if you ever come across a 1973 Australian 50-cent coin, don't overlook it. Hold it close, inspect it carefully, and know that in your hands may lie a piece of Australia's golden age of numismatics. Whether you're a collector, an investor, or simply someone chasing a dream, this coin could be your ticket to something truly unforgettable. Because sometimes, the smallest things carry the biggest fortunes. Next up in the 1976 Australian 50-cent coin might look like just another piece of change, but don't let its ordinary appearance fool you. This coin could be the golden ticket hidden in your pocket. In the bustling world of numismatics, few coins have stirred as much excitement and mystery as the rare 1976 50-cent coin featuring Queen Elizabeth II and the symbolic power of Australian wildlife. This coin is not just currency. It's a fragment of history, a royal emblem, and in rare cases, a life-changing fortune. Strikingly designed, the obverse of this coin features the fourth portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, her profile facing right, and adorned in the elegant Girls of Great Britain and Ireland tiara. This regal image, sculpted with meticulous detail, immortalizes the strength and grace of the Queen during a pivotal period in modern Australian history. But the story doesn't stop there. Some of these coins also appear with an older design, the second portrait, sparking immense interest and value due to their accidental or limited minting, making them exceptionally rare collector's treasures. What makes the 1976 edition particularly extraordinary is the reverse side that captures the Australian coat of arms in bold relief. Framed by a red kangaroo and an emu, two iconic creatures found nowhere else on Earth, the shield proudly stands, symbolizing the unity and identity of a nation. Nestled below is the numeral 50, often followed by the letters SD, a design twist that, when present, can catapult the coin's value sky high. This tiny detail, overlooked by most, has transformed a handful of these coins into million-dollar masterpieces. Among whispers in the numismatic community, a rare variation of the 1976 50-cent coin also showcases the elusive male superb lyrebird, a symbol of Australia's wild beauty and rich natural heritage. The lyrebird is no ordinary creature. It's an icon of mimicry and mystery. When its majestic tail feathers are paired with regal coinage, the result is nothing short of breathtaking. Though standard in design, some collector-grade pieces carry incredibly unique minting anomalies, die clashes, or double strikes, which collectors are willing to pay a fortune for. These rare 1976 50-cent coins weren't minted for fanfare. They were released into circulation like every other coin, passed from hand to hand, dropped into piggy banks, forgotten in drawers. But today, as the collector's spotlight shifts to the overlooked and undervalued, this coin has emerged from the shadows to dazzle collectors and investors alike. A single coin in extra fine or uncirculated condition can sell for thousands, while rare error varieties and mismatched die combinations have reportedly fetched six-figure sums at private auctions. The numismatic world thrives on stories like these. Hidden wealth resting in plain sight, rare historical snapshots embedded in everyday objects. The 1976 50-cent coin tells a story not only of Queen Elizabeth II's enduring reign, but also of Australia's journey through a decade of cultural and political transformation. Coins like these are more than metal. They are legacy, artistry, and sometimes unintentional treasures born from minting anomalies and limited production. Collectors around the world are now scrambling to reevaluate their stashes, hoping they possess one of the few surviving specimens of the rare bicentennial. 1976 50-cent coin. What ignites this frenzy is the combination of symbolism, historical portrait overlap, and highly scarce errors that drive demand through the roof. Some lucky owners have unknowingly held onto these coins for decades, only to discover they're sitting on a potential windfall worth hundreds of thousands, or even millions of dollars. Imagine discovering one of these coins in an old collection or tucked away in a family heirloom box. With pristine luster and full strike clarity, your 1976 50-cent coin could be a key to unlocking unexpected fortune. These rare coins have been known to attract aggressive bids at auctions, especially from collectors eager to secure the few surviving mint anomalies. Demand is fierce, and value continues to skyrocket, especially with the growing global interest in Australian coinage. So what should you do if you find a 1976 50-cent coin in your possession? First, resist the temptation to spend it. Get it professionally graded, inspected, and appraised. You might just be holding one of the 1976 Australian 50-cent coin is far more than a relic of currency. It is a rare, mysterious, and potentially life-changing artifact that has the power to transform ordinary collectors into overnight millionaires. Whether it's the royal elegance of Queen Elizabeth's portraits, the natural majesty of the lyrebird, or the national pride of the Australian coat of arms, these coins carry within them stories, secrets, and staggering value. Check your change. Search your old collections, because you might just be one coin away from unimaginable wealth. Next up, the 1979 50-cent coin stands out as a dazzling mystery, one that collectors are obsessed with. This coin, featuring the iconic image of Queen Elizabeth II, is not just a relic of time. It is a golden opportunity in silver disguise. If you've ever held onto a 1979 Australian 50-cent piece, you might be clutching a coin worth thousands, or even more. The 1979 50-cent coin was minted during a period of monumental pride in Australia's heritage. It was part of a broader celebration of the country's rich natural history and symbolic identity. This coin is often mistaken for a standard circulation piece, but hidden among them are rare specimens, coins with minting variations or flawless conditions that elevate their worth exponentially. These are not ordinary coins, they are gateways to fortune. Striking in its artistry, the obverse side of this coin proudly displays the fourth portrait of Queen Elizabeth II, designed by Arnold Machin. Her Majesty is shown facing right, adorned in the girls of Great Britain and Ireland. Tiara, a crown that has become an iconic royal symbol across Commonwealth coinage. This portrait was used for many years, but the 1979 version carries a sharpness and luster that sets some strikes apart as collectible marvels. Flip the coin, and you are greeted by a scene bursting with Australian pride. The reverse features the Commonwealth coat of arms, where a red kangaroo and emu stand guard beside the escutcheon. Designed by Stuart Devlin, this emblematic design captures the national spirit with remarkable intricacy. Below this majestic display lies the denomination, 50, and on some coins, faint anomalies or die cracks can increase the value dramatically. What makes the 1979 50-cent coin truly special is not just its design, but its unseen rarity. While many coins were minted, only a small percentage remain in top-tier condition today. Coins graded as extra fine, XF, uncirculated, or proof-like can fetch hundreds to thousands of dollars in the right market. Some exceptionally rare errors or variations, like off-center strikes, double dies, or planchet flaws, can push values into the tens of thousands or even more for the right collector. Imagine holding a 50-cent coin that's actually worth more than a luxury car or a house deposit. That's the thrilling reality some lucky collectors face. A few specimens of the 1979 Australian 50-cent coin, especially those found in brilliant uncirculated condition or from rare mint sets, have been known to reach sky-high auction prices. These coins aren't just currency. They're elite collectibles that represent history, royalty, and national pride. But what makes this coin even more valuable is its connection to the bicentennial sentiment. While not officially struck as a bicentennial coin, The 1979 edition exists in a period that builds up to Australia's 1988 bicentennial celebrations, making it highly collectible for enthusiasts of bicentennial memorabilia. Many collectors and dealers refer to it as part of the bicentennial build-up series, adding to its allure and market demand. One of the most fascinating elements of this coin is how ordinary it may seem. A coin passed from hand to hand, unnoticed in change, lying at the bottom of old drawers. Yet, a close inspection can reveal remarkable detail and mint quality that transforms it into a priceless treasure. And here's the kicker. Even slightly circulated coins can hold substantial value, depending on market interest and buyer enthusiasm. The true magic of the 1979 Australian 50-cent coin lies in its unpredictability. Collectors, investors, and history buffs alike are now turning their attention to these forgotten treasures of Australian currency. With rising interest in numismatic investments, the 1979 50-cent coin is no longer just a collectible, it's an asset. Whether it's tucked away in an old family album, a dusty coin jar, or passed down as a keepsake, this coin is gaining legendary status. So check your change, dig through your drawers, and unlock the secrets of your coin collection, because one silver polygon could be the start of your journey to fortune and fame. In today's booming numismatic market, rare Australian coins are breaking records across the globe. Collectors from the UK, USA, and Canada are eagerly snapping up old Australian currency. The 1979 50-cent coin, especially those preserved in mint or near mint state, has seen its demand skyrocket. If you have one lying around, do not spend it. It could be worth more than your paycheck or even your car. So, before you dismiss that old 50-cent piece as pocket change, look again. You might be holding a piece of history, one with royal heritage, national pride, and skyrocketing value. These coins could turn you from a casual collector into a millionaire overnight. The 1979 Australian 50-cent coin is more than metal. It's a story, a legacy, and possibly your ticket to unimaginable wealth. Hold on tight. Your coin might just be your fortune.